certainly it's an important event, Rachelle, as you mentioned, because my father was born in Guangzhou, and the fair, of course, started in 1957, which is when I was born. So it's an important fair, and it touches me, but it also touches the world. And I'm very excited about the fact that China's theme is basically peace, development, cooperation, and mutual gain in an environment where there is some tension. I think this fair really reaches out to the rest of the world in an environmentally friendly manner. So I think it's an important fair, and it certainly sets the stage for the climate change that people around the world are preparing for.
And as you certainly mentioned the themes there, also talk about some of the most buzzed about participants and the products that we've seen during the in-person days.
I'm very excited to see that you have some electric car vehicles. You have over 8,000 companies that are really showcasing their best products, not only to sell in China, but to sell around the world. Basically, putting out innovative products that people all around the world can actually use. And we know that e-commerce is growing. Just in the past 5 to 10 years, you've seen almost a tenfold increase in e-commerce. And I think that this fair really epitomizes that trend, and it really highlights the importance that China has in global trade.
And certainly e-commerce coming to the forefront amid the pandemic. But obviously, we're going to see the impact of that on this event. This is a hybrid event. Talk about the biggest differences between this year's event versus years past.
Well, this year, of course, it's the first time in 2 years that they have both a physical and an online type of event. So I think it is an opportunity for China to step forward and show that we are moving and making progress against the pandemic. I think that that is something that this conference highlights. And I think that next year, the conference is going to be even more exhilarating for the rest of the world, as I expect perhaps the physical presence will increase even further. But more participants this year, physically and also online. And this is likely to continue, and showing the importance of trade that China places on it moving forward.
So then talk about how organizers tried to make this experience more interactive for those in person and for those joining online.
Well, I think that as they interact, the people that are present are able to really establish a much tighter connection with the exhibitors, while at the same time, those that are not able to go to China and perhaps participate in the quarantines and things that are required to participate are still able to gain the same benefits through the online participation. So I think that this conference offers something for both type of participants in both groups, and I think that moving forward, this is only likely to get even larger and certainly more important in the place of global trade.
And speaking of that, as we look at obviously these very interconnected global supply chains, how much does this further China's goal of further opening up its economy with these higher value goods and services?
I think that China has been making significant progress in trying to open up itself. This fair is certainly part of it, but other things is that it's now really inviting the financial sector to have a much greater role in the overall economy by basically melting down the joint ventureship partnerships and allowing companies to actually have up to 100% of the companies they participate in. So I think China is moving forward to really incorporate the global economy within its overall economy. And that's part of the dual circulation in which they want to develop both the domestic economy as well as the global connections of the Chinese economy to the rest of the world.